Age of Empires 2, an absolute masterpiece of a game. We are here because I am burnt out on Path of Exile and have replaced my incessant need to create new builds with an incessant need to prove myself as a superior human of mental warfare. Given that Age of Empires 2 is a real-time strategy game, winning multiplayer battles means that we are indeed the superior real-time strategist, which could imply things like greater mental acuity, higher IQ, and that we have the talent to have been a greater ruler than our opponent had we lived in the feudal timeline. Or, practically speaking, it could also mean we had a better map generation, an unfair civ advantage, or simply got a little lucky in that our opponent had tragically lost a villager to a violent boar. AoE 2 is a game of balance between all the possible military options. Everything has its strengths and its weaknesses. Infantry gets countered by archers, then archers get countered by cavalry, then cavalry get countered by a few pointy boys or an old man with a book. All units and buildings come with different costs and various advantages they bring to the table. But AoE 2 doesn't stop there. After all the unit possibilities, we get civilization choices galore, with various civ bonuses and power spikes and tech trees that add a whole new layer of complexity and game variety. For example, you're playing an archer civ against Malians, and you see him creating infantry. Easy win, right? Archers beat infantry. That's exactly the thing archer units dominate. Except what's that? Malian infantry gets extra pierce armor that makes them eat arrows for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Well, now the whole game plan is screwed. Our units are not going to work here. We have to switch it up. The plan is flipped on its head. Time for a new plan of attack, and there are hundreds of scenarios like this where varying civ matchups have different ways they get played out, which gets even more hectic based on the variety of maps you play, which have limited sources of X resources, or have varying amounts of wallability or aggressive play suited for the map you're playing. But these aren't even the greatest variables. You, the player, and your opponent are the true agents of chaos. In this miracle of a game, so many different strategies can be done, which vastly change how the games will play out. AoE 2 can give a variety of euphoric experiences. Want to build a perfectly organized city and ecosystem? You can do that. Want to destroy someone's perfectly organized city and ecosystem with overwhelming force? You can do that too. Want to eliminate an opponent's access to resources, cut off their escape routes, trap them and slowly constrict the life force out of them until they resign in an ultimate experience of pure power? You can do that too. Age of Empires 2 has something to offer for everyone. And no matter your skill level or experience, the ELO system in place is generally pretty accurate at giving you even matchups for competitive and close games. Even outside of standard multiplayer games, magnificent human beings have created custom scenarios that simulate things like an RPG for Lord of the Rings, so I can finally prove that Gimli is truly superior to Legolas in kill count. Also, there are scenarios custom created for tower defense style games, so I can relive my childhood times of playing free games on risky virus-filled websites, or even recreating things like the landscape of Game of Thrones, allowing us players to take place in fighting through our favorite fictional universes as various factions. All in all, there's a reason why this game has been alive and even thriving for 20 plus years. Everything about this game was done well and has allowed it to stand the test of time. 10 out of 10, perfect score, would recommend. Planning to possibly make some videos on some of my more crazy matches I've played where I try some wacky strategies, so hopefully that might be something you guys would enjoy. As always, I appreciate you beautiful humans watching the video. Have an excellent rest of your day. Peace out.